and welcome to your time with DocSquared. My name is Dr. Michelle van Tonder, and I'm sitting here with
Dr. Anthony van Tonder, and it's just a pleasure to be here as we bring you your time with DocSquared.
Absolutely. So today I'm going to be interviewing Doc Ant on his book that he has written, and the title of the book is very, very interesting. Please tell us, what is that title?
How to get your dad degree.
Now, how did you get to come to that title?
Well, I can tell you that I was a public speaker on platform, and one day I didn't realize I was literally developing a headache. And the next moment I saw Michelle come to me, hold out her hand, 2 headache tablets, and just said, have them. And I went, wow, somebody that knows me so well that you can actually help me prevent a headache before it really goes into a major headache. And I actually asked you, why did you do that? He said, my husband, I've studied you. I know what you look like. I know when you're stressed, and I know when you're going to have a headache. And I went, wow. And I said, you know, that's like having a degree in me. He said, exactly. And from there, the birth, how to get your dad degree. Now, here it is. It's available in a book format. It's available on video. It's available on audio. And all you have to do is to go to growthhabits.online to be exposed to how to get your dad degree.
Absolutely. And I would highly recommend that you spend the time finding out how you can get your dad degree. So, in what kind of topics do you think that they can cover or will cover, not think, they will cover going through the book, and what was your mindset behind those particular titles?
Well, let's talk about the mindset first, and that was it has to be a practical help to the average man out there because, you know, there's so much pressure. And I just realized every man needs to know who he is in terms of what is his role, what is his responsibility, why did God create him and put him on planet Earth? And therefore started with, what do you need to do as a husband and who do you need to be as a husband? That's your role and your responsibility.
That is awesome. So when they discover their roles and responsibilities, do they find that they end up being domineering, overpowering, bossy? Or?
Well, that's got nothing to do with being a good husband or a head of your household, because it has got nothing to do with what your behavior does. It is the role that you receive and your responsibility and accountability to and a higher authority of being a good steward of what has been given to you.
Oh.
I can tell you now that no woman likes responding to a domineering, bossy husband.
True
But
story.
the moment there's love, the moment there's understanding, and by the way, if you think you can understand your wife, good luck. It just never happens, but it's the act of trying to understand over and over and over again that gets you there.
Awesome. Now, there's an old saying, and I'm not saying that children are monkeys, but there is an old saying that says, monkey see, monkey do. So as a parent, specifically as a father in this particular instance, or as an adult figure, how important is it to be the right, correct type of role model?
Oh man, everything really pivots on this because people don't realize this, but children will never do what you say, they will do what you do. So it's all about role modeling. And I remember that I was once going through a very, very tough time. And the way I deal with pressure, I'm a man of the word. I was in the room on my knees praying, but I remember leaving the door open just a little bit of a fraction so that if somebody comes past, they know not to disturb me. That was the intention. But no, it actually turned out to be a role model example of my son saying, Mom, something serious must be wrong. Dad is on his knees praying. And that's how they found out that when I am serious about changing my life, I go and seek higher authority to help me. But it became a role model of how to deal with pressure.
Pressure, absolutely. Now, one of the things that I found exciting in our family, and it's something that when you do go through the series, you're going to find absolutely mind-blowing, and that is the concept of a family motto. How important is it for us to realize that our family is a nucleus within society?
Oh my gosh. If you're not standing for anything, you're standing for nothing. Therefore, your family motto is really the premise or the foundation upon which you basically function. And I can tell you that our motto was made very clear, and every single child, you can corner them in a different room, they know what we stand for and they know how we conduct ourselves, because we said, as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. Because that high authority, our greater God, gives us the direction that we lack to be successful in life.
So not only do your companies need visions and missions, your family does too, because then you know where you stand from. Now, there was another concept which actually gives me goosebumps just thinking about it, and that is the round table.
Oh, that is a game changer. I can tell you now that the round table is a place where you can role model and teach and equip your children with everything that they so need to go to the next level. We had a round table every Sunday where we literally sat and we discussed family issues. But firstly, a round table had to have a chairman.
Yes.
But the chairman rotated. That means that not only was I the chairman, then you, but every single child had the opportunity to become the chairman, and we had minutes, which means we
Yes,
took
we
notes
did.
of decisions taken. Therefore, if for instance there was an issue that was dealt with, I still remember very clearly a towel that is dropped on the floor. It was just a no-no in our lives. I hated it. I mean, towels are wet. We lived in a towel. It brought dampness, and it was just not a healthy situation. So the problem was first, why is your towel always on the floor? And it was, dude, I've got nowhere to hang it. Okay, point taken. So what did we do? We actually got hooks in every single room. And then there was the rule in terms of you're supposed to hang your towel on the hook. And then we had consequence parenting in the
That's
round
right.
table of, well, what happens in case you don't? And then they came up with, we do the following, we do the following, we do the following. Now, just want to tell you this one day. One day I come in, my son runs down the stairs and I can see like he's out of breath, but he's excited. And I went, did you go and hang up your towel on the hook? And he went, yes, Dad. And I went, you still have the consequence. Why? At that moment, when that towel dropped, you took the decision to actually have the consequence of not watching MacGyver with us. Oh, Dad. But it's basically an agreement of the round table. I see
That's
this
right.
touches you very much.
It does.
Why?
It's just because it was really, seriously, was something that consequent parenting is probably the most powerful tool we could ever share with you.
Well, in how to get your mom degree and dad degree, it literally is aimed at one thing. It's equipping you to go to the next level. So my invite to you is, you need to get your dad degree, and if you do it successfully, even a certificate at the end of that course. So where do you go to?
So please hop onto our website, growthhabits.online, and go and get your series on how to get your dad degree and how to get your mom degree.